The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
All right, everybody, on this Tuesday evening, we come your way from Trinity Christian Academy tonight. Daniel Cashin is our producer and director tonight, doing a great job. Jay's in the house, but Daniel has got the duties tonight, and he's going to do a great job, I know. And also, Grayson Resnick will be on the camera. I'm Dave McCulley, along with Stan Gerard. It's a rematch of a game that happened back on the 6th of this month when TCA went to Sacred Heart and won big, 72-54. They led 22-15 after one, 34-23 at the half. And Sacred Heart made a run there in the second half, but the Lions won and one going away. Stan Gerard, good to be back with you. And a big matchup tonight here in the region as the coming in tonight, first place really up for grabs right now. But right now TCA has the better of it at 7-1, coming in with an overall record of 18-5. The Lions have played great this year.
Well, it is going to be a very important matchup. Not only is TCA playing Sacred Heart, both teams with one loss. Jackson Christian and USJ playing tonight. Jackson Christian with one loss. So a lot can be decided depending on the outcome of tonight's place. You could have a tie for first or sole possession of first, depending on how the one-loss combinations work out.
Yeah, you look at Sacred Heart, 17-5 stand. So if you combine the records, these teams are 35-10, and combined in the region, they're 13-2. They're the cream of the crop thus far.
No question about it. Big ball game. It was a 20-some-odd point victory for TCA a couple of weeks ago, back on January 6th, I believe it was. But Diamond, while I would love to see another 22-point win for TCA, I anticipate this game being much, much closer. And I think the benches for both teams are going to come into play during tonight's ball game.
Yeah, no doubt. The game over there on the 6th, earlier this month, Stan, TCA jumped out early and really never gave up the lead. And I think that sort of rocked the Sacred Heart Ball Club a little bit. They never really recovered. They got back in the game. You know, it's pretty tight there about the first 5 minutes. And then TCA pulled away and led at the end of one. They led at halftime. I mentioned 34-23 and pretty well had a double-digit lead. I thought the defense set the tone early in the road win over at Sacred Heart.
Well, it certainly did. Remember, Sacred Heart had a good start to the ball game, but TCA adjusted quickly. We were able to adjust to their running, high-flying style, and were able to slow them down and do some things that really bothered them. Sacred Heart was not able to adjust. What's going to be on the table tonight? Sacred Heart, not a real stud as far as scoring. They do have three guys averaging 11 points a ball game. You've got Malachi Chavis averaging 11.5 points a ball game. We held him to 4 just a couple weeks ago at Sacred Heart. And then you have A.J. Mormon, 11 points a game. He went off for 21. And then you have Ron Brisbane, 11.5 points a game. We held him to 6. 2 of their 3 11-point starters, we held them to 10 combined points. That was key. If we want to win tonight, we're going to have to pull off something like that tonight, because Mormon by himself, I think, is capable of really putting a hurt on any individual team out there.
No doubt about it. This is the countdown to tip-off here at TCA tonight. Hope you're doing well. Stay warm tonight. If you're not able to get out here, get you some hot chocolate on, maybe some popcorn or some cookies, and settle back and listen. Boys game only tonight. Gals will not play again until Friday when we go to Jackson Christian. Stan and I will be there with the gang, with Daniel and Jay in the gang. I think Jay's going to be with us as well, and we'll be there Friday night, airtime at 5:45. But first things first, a lot on the line tonight. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, editing, or further use of this basketball game tonight without the written consent of Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. There's another big game tonight in the city. It's USJ entertaining Jackson Christian. Stan will talk about that in a minute, and he'll give you the particulars of that game, and maybe even more in depth when we beat them back on the 6th of January. We'll come back as the countdown to tip-off continues right here on the TCA Basketball Network.
your life, your home,
your business, your future.
Focusing on you, West Tennessee Bank strives to serve its clients in every season of life. With vast experience in personal and business banking, we take pride in guiding you through significant events. At West Tennessee Bank, we help you realize your dreams.
West Tennessee Bank is a division of Decatur County Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. West Tennessee Bank, focused on you.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
For the past 22 years, Tennessee Tractor has been committed to you, our customers. That's why our locally owned business delivers great John Deere products with great service at a great price. From the backyard to the back 40, whatever size project your family's got, you can rely on us to help you get it done. From our friendly staff to our reliable equipment and our quality service, Tennessee Tractor has one goal: to keep you and your family up and running. Hometown value, hometown service. That's Tennessee Tractor.
With Daniel Cash and our producer and director tonight, welcome back, everybody. The Sacred Heart Knights just made their official way into the arena. They were here earlier tonight shooting around, but they were down to our right. Meanwhile, the Lions came out just minutes before that. They're down to our left. Nick Beauregard, the head coach of the Knights, as we said, 17-5, 6-1 in the region. Meanwhile, the Lions 18-5 and 7-1. We noticed that Zach Niven is not dressed out tonight. He's wearing a boot on his left foot. Daniel was telling me that he's grown so quickly, got somewhat of a bruise or somewhat, it's not a fracture, but it's a stress deal with it. And so hopefully he'll be back with us soon. I really like that kid.
Makes your bones sore.
Yeah, he's like he's a freshman. Boy, that kid can really shoot to be a big guy as well. Zach, of course, the son of David Niven out at Union. Talked to David and Mark Campbell the other night over at USJ. And speaking of USJ, Stan, we split over there the other night. The Gals losing, tough break. Means we got to beat them by 7 when we play them in the regular season finale. Guys won, and boy, what a thrilling 2 games it was. And Stan, I don't know that wasn't the best atmosphere we've seen all year.
It was certainly the best we've seen all year long, and hopefully we will have that type of atmosphere coming up. We're going to have an alumni night here at the T-Dome here in a week or so ago. So this upper section.
February the 7th, USJ here.
Well, I thought that was homecoming night.
We had homecoming is actually the
game before
Fed Academy night. Yep.
Okay. I get senior night, homecoming, all that.
Yep.
I didn't go either one of them.
That's okay.
It is what
well,
it is
you always
sometimes.
talk about your homecoming date, so maybe I thought you was getting a little flustered. What do you think tonight, Stan? We had the game over there. It was a great atmosphere over there as well. Love the PA gal for them over there, but bottom line is it was a heck of an atmosphere over there. Nice crowd, not a full capacity, but a really good crowd over there at Sacred Heart. And we mentioned the Lions jumping out early. What does TCA have to do tonight to make it 2 in a row over this very talented Sacred Heart team?
Well, I think tonight's game is going to be a much closer affair throughout. I think, both teams like to get up and down the floor. It was interesting when Sacred Heart played Jackson Christian a couple of games later, a game that Sacred Heart won 36-35 on a baseline jumper at the buzzer. It was a low-scoring affair. I don't know who who let the air out of the basketball that night first, but it will be interesting to see if it was Sacred Heart. Would they try that same strategy tonight? Because I just don't see either team laying the air out of the ball, but somebody sure did, because it was too good of a game for both teams to shoot that poorly.
Well, TCA's proven this year that they can win in the half court. They've proven that they can win when people want to run with them. This Sacred Heart team, though, is about as athletic as we see all year.
They will get up and down the court very quickly. They've got a lot of vertical leap on the team. It's not a huge team by any stretch. We're going to, height-wise, we'll match up okay with them.
They sky, though, don't they?
Yeah, they're going. They may have an overall height advantage, but they don't have a lot of big physical bodies for the most part. But they all have vertical leap, which is very, very good. They all can touch the top of the square on the backboard, and that makes it very interesting and very challenging. Remember, they were trying to jam the ball the first couple of trips down. You want to win the tip on them, because they're going to try and snowbird and get that tip and get that first slam dunk, get the crowd into the game early.
Good point. You cannot give up the baseline. Remember over there, down to our left, in the game over there at Sacred Heart, they had 2 baseline drives that resulted in big slamma-jamma dunks. Stan, I mentioned a moment ago the Jackson Christian USJ games.
Yeah.
Talk about those 2 games. I know our interest is here mainly, but how do you see those 2 games over there? First the girls, then the guys.
Well, it is at USJ, and no doubt there's going to be a big crowd at that ball game as well. I think the USJ crowd is going to shake up Jackson Christian a little bit. It'll be the biggest crowd that Jackson Christian's played in front of this year.
I like the USJ gals to win that game.
USJ gals will win that game handily.
Nightcap, I think USJ will win that one, but I think it could be a good ball game.
Well, I think Jackson Christian's going to go in probably.
Think they're going to win it?
I think Jackson Christian is going to go in the ball game a slight favorite.
I give USJ the 9 simply because they're at home.
Well, I personally hope you're correct, because a USJ win combined with a TCA win tonight would put TCA back in the sole possession of first place, right where we want to be, and that would make things a whole lot easier as the season goes on. Because, Diamond, this ball game tonight against Sacred Heart is the beginning of the second half of the district schedule. So there's not that many ball games left. 4 or 5 games left. And that is it for TCA. It looks like we're going to have, after tonight, 4 ball games left.
Actually, 5. Remember the team we're playing out of Memphis on the 30th. We're playing a team. I forget who we're playing, but
I forgot about
we're playing that on the 30th. Remember?
I forgot
about it until the other night. Yeah.
You'll have to remind me during a break exactly who that is, so I can put that on my schedule.
We'll find out from Matt. He told me, and I guess I'm getting older. I don't remember.
Oh, that's a girls' game.
It's a girls' game only. Yes.
Makes our paychecks for
on
the
the 30th.
bigger.
Yeah, exactly right. No
so
doubt.
That's a good thing.
Well, more people are coming in the arena. We were a little concerned about the crowd earlier, but Stan, the last 10 or 15 minutes, about the last 10 minutes, since we were on the air anyway, about 13 minutes ago, it's a lot more folks have come in here.
It's still a little small. Just a little bit disappointed in the particular crowd, because this game, whether it's on a Tuesday or Friday, this game warrants a full house.
It really does, and so much is on the line tonight as well. I mean, you look at this, I keep saying district. It's actually, I guess we call it regions now.
Well, it is a district
game.
But
it's a district game. But, you look at this thing, and there's really a lot lying on this game tonight because, I mean, you look at first place. There's a lot of difference in first place and third place, and you got USJ in the mix, Jackson Christian in the mix as well.
And, you've got right now basically a 3-way tie, 3 teams.
Because I would think you look at Tipton Rosemark Fed Academy, no disparaging remark toward them, but they're not as talented as the teams I mentioned.
Well, on the boys' side, it's going to settle down between there'll be 4 teams in play, and that being USJ, TCA, Sacred Heart, and Jackson Christian. On the girls' side, it's down to TCA and USJ. Fed Academy has lost since we played them, and they're on like a 3-game losing streak. They pretty much played themselves out of title contention. Look at that, easy for me to say, title contention. Just got to get going a little bit.
Well, it's been cold.
I spent too much money today.
Yeah, you were down at the courthouse too long today. All right, let's get you ready for the starting lines. We remind you again that Paul Schultz is our executive producer director. The very talented Daniel Cashin and the very talented Grayson Resnick down here. I was going to ask these guys which one is more the ladies' man, but I think it's going to – I'll just flip a coin. I think it's even Steven. What do you think, Stan? They're both young, good-looking guys.
You got to have a veteran influence. So
if they only knew at their age what you and I both know now, right? I mean, I'm happily married, don't get me wrong, but my wife not listening, but even if she was. But Stan is a single man, but sort of tied up a little bit right now, too.
It's Man, stay at home. Let your parents worry about things. Don't ever move out. Let your parents pay the bills.
I tell all the college kids, I have 9 student assistants almost every year. I tell them every year they'll be complaining about tests. They'll be complaining about things. I said, guys and gals, you know nothing. Wait till you have to get out in the real world. Yeah. I'm sure mom and dad say that all the time, right? So, all right, we're getting ready for the starting lineup. Stand the man. You'll have those, and you're given the keys tonight. And sort of a disappointing crowd, I guess, overall, but more people have come in, and people still coming in the arena, so that's okay.
Still coming in. One thing we haven't talked about yet
means we'll have a lot of people listening. Larry Vales and watching. Loris and Franklin, we know Ralphie's tuned in, and then Kerry Gehring and Gail Presley's watching.
And I've got a worry tonight that I think this game is going to be called very tightly as well. Let's take a break. And we'll come back with starting lineups. You're watching TCA basketball on the TCA Broadcast Network.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood fungus and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. You know, home buying can be a long and confusing process, especially in today's market. Well, our Home Sweet Home Loan program offers incredibly competitive rates and allows you to keep your loan local throughout the entire life of the loan. So start your financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number on the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company and Foundation Bank are an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, our #1 priority is keeping you and your loved ones cozy this holiday season. If your HVAC system needs an upgrade, call McCoy's for quick, quality installation. Don't wait. With the purchase of your new unit, you will receive our Keep Cozy gift bag filled with cozy essentials for the cold weather ahead. To schedule your system upgrade, call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Welcome back. Here's Stan Gerard with your starters. Stan?
First for Sacred Heart, number 1, Malachi Chavis. It's going to be number 2, Keel Turner. Also starring number 5, A.J. Mormon. The big man, number 11, Ron Brisbane. And finally, an even bigger man, number 25, Austin Volk. So the lineup again for Sacred Heart. It's Chavis, Turner, Mormon, Brisbane, and Vol. And now here's the starting lineups for TCA, the starters. First, it's going to be a senior, number 12, Trace Robinson. Another senior, number 5, Will Robinson. A sophomore, number 0, Braden Waller. Another sophomore, number 1, Caleb Williams. And finally for TCA, he's going to be playing the BCAT All-Star game at the conclusion of the season. The senior, number 23, Will Keltner. So again for TCA, it's Waller, Williams, Weiser, Robinson, and Keltner. And again for Sacred Heart, Chavis, Turner, Mormon, Brisbane, and Volk. The coaches for TCA, Dexter Williams, assisted by Antoine Long and James Handy. And Sacred Heart, the general Nick Beauregard coaching for the Knights of Sacred Heart, wearing those dark uniforms, black uniforms, white numbers, and a little bit of red trim. A lot on the line in tonight's game. A possible tie for first place, individual first place possibly. I expect a very tight ball game, a very closely called ball game. And with the call of the game, here's the voice of basketball, Diamond Dave McCullough.
Thank you very much, Stan and man Gerard. It would be Weiser and Turner jumping it up. As you watch the game tonight, obviously you folks that follow TCA, the Lions in the home white tonight, and the black clad and burgundy trim Knights out of Sacred Heart. Front court. Here's a dunk down low. A great pass, Brisbane, and that was Turner that jammed it in.
We didn't play a lick of defense on the baseline. He came in from the right side to shot in. Little high play from the free throw line, in there for the easy layup.
And Stan, you know the Knights want to get off to a good start. It was TCA on the road that did that to them back on the 6th of this month, winning by 17, 72-55. Weiser lost it, but the Lions retained control.
Although I think Sacred Heart didn't have the initial
lead of
that game.
Yeah, they did play
on a similar type play.
They had a couple of big jams early. It was like a 13-12 game before TCA pulled away the lead at the end of one by 5. The ball knocked away. That's Mormon. Boy, you really like this Mormon kid. He's a quick cat-like guard, isn't he?
He is very fast, not real big in stature, but very quick and very nice touch around the rim.
He's their motor. He makes them go.
He is the straw that stirs the drink.
Williams a lot like that now with the basketball over to Trace. Trace didn't score a lot the other night in the game against USJ. Didn't really shoot a lot. Cross-court pass. There's Waller doing what he does great. Drives in, lays it up in.
And that's what Braden Waller did an awful lot of in the last game between these two teams. Drive right down the key, a la Bryn Lyle, how she used to do.
We played about a minute and 20. It's tied at 2-2. Long jumper, no good. I think you'll let Chavis shoot the ball out there. Although he averages 11.5, you'd rather do that than have him in the paint. Williams thought about the three, doesn't shoot. Over to Waller, three-pointer, right wing. Weiser, good job. Tipped that ball out, but not able to get it. And Trace got there late and fouls, proper call.
Yeah, we tried the old tip pass to him. Braden was back, Trace was back on his heels by the time he could get to it. Hack foul, side out, right below our broadcast position at midcourt.
Dexter up in the purple-clad outfit tonight. Looks dapper as always. And behind him is Coach Handy, and to his right is Coach Long and Coach Clampett. Here's the drive in the paint, stopping, popping up, no by Brisbane. And the Lions get the rebound.
That's another key they cannot miss. They being Sacred. Oh, nice give and go.
Great pass, Robertson. And down to Weiser, lays it up and in.
Oh, man, that was a thing of beauty right there, Diamond Dave.
I don't know how he saw him, Stan, but boy, great vision.
That was just a flash.
You know, Waller and Weiser, all these kids, TCA, every starter has great vision, I think. Out on the court, and the ball knocked away. There's a great pass this time, and running in, putting up block. That ball was blocked by Turner, and he rejected Weiser. Now the other way, here's Mormon up, no good, and we get a foul. Mormon, boy, he can burn you. He can get up down that court with the best of them.
Did she call one thing and then deferred to the trailing official to get the official call?
I'm not sure. I didn't see that. Well, I think she was asking, was he shooting the shooting position, and I guess they say he was. Well, to the line will be Mormon. Mormon on the year, 68% free throw shooter. The little lefty. 4-2 TCA, and it stays that way. It bounds out and stays out.
However, he was only 3 of 6 against TCA, and both gyms pretty similar shooting backgrounds, so both teams going to be used to what they're seeing.
Jeff Weiser, Uncle Jeff's in the house. Wayne and Peggy Parker watching down in Mickey. Carolyn Troxdale is watching tonight in Kentucky, up in God's country. Chris Long up there as well. Jerry Davis tuned in. So hello to all those folks that are tuned in. The audience is growing. Next free throw is there. So it's a 4-3 game. Williams thought about it. Boy, he had a big night over at USJ hitting those threes, didn't he? Here's Will Keltner driving in, stops, pops off the glass, hit rattles and drops.
TCA were attacking the rim, and that's what I like to see out of TCA, attacking that rim, make those point-blank shots. Then that will open up the outside shot.
High percentage, aren't they? Shot right wing three. It's there by Brisbane.
Brisbane, who had 6 points in the previous contest, ties this game at 6, our second tie.
We played 3 minutes. Trace in the backcourt. Robertson across the timeline on the purple tee here at the Lions Lair. Williams shakes, bakes, puts it up. Got it. Oh, my, what an athletic play that was by Williams.
I think that was a pretty accurate term, shake and bake.
Down the other way very quickly. It's racehorse basketball. Vault puts it up and in on the bank shot.
Our third tie of this contest, Diamond.
And a timeout. Coach Beauregard needs a 30. We'll take a short break. Be back. We're tied at 8. 4:36 in the first. Got a good one. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
Buying a car is all about you. In person, over the phone, or online, we make it simple and easy. Our place is yours, no matter where you live. LonnieCobbFord.com or Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
Diamond tied at 8, 4:36 to go in our first half. 2 lead changes already. 3 ties in this contest. Sacred Heart coming out in a little full court pressure here.
The Marshalls are tuned in tonight too, along with Carissa Long. And Bonnie Cobles checked in. We're tied at 8-8. Ray and Kerry Gehring. Robertson having trouble against this 2-1-2 full court press. Backcourt Waller, cross-court Williams. He's a good guy to bring it out. That's a great matchup right there. Williams leaner and taller, but Mormon just as quick, if not quicker. Now they give the give and go, and what a layup by Williams there. What a nice pass by Waller.
I mean, just a little left-handed dipsy-do third lead change.
That ball never hit the court hardly, did it,
Nope.
Stan? 10-8, TCA regains the lead at 2. We approach the halfway point. Left wing Brisbane, another 3. This time, no. Trace Robinson with the rebound. Trace averages 4 boards per game. The other way on the run out. TCA wants to run. They do it well, and Waller lays it up and in.
TCA right now beating Sacred Heart in the transition game. That's just something you wouldn't expect.
Beating them at their own game, and now in the free throw line jumper, it is there by Brisbane.
He's got 5.
So it's a 12-10 game. 345. Shooting percentage is pretty high. How to beat a press is attack it. That's exactly what they did. Keltner, the 3, short. And that ball tipped out of there, and boy, what a nice play by Weiser. He couldn't get the rebound, but knocked it away. Then it goes off Brisbane's leg. In the ball game, Lakai Tompkins will come in the game. Keltner's going to get the early rest.
We bring a little muscle into the game.
We'll headed to that postseason Coaches Association All-Star game. We have 3 gals going to.
Yep.
Gehring, Lee, and Bales. 3 great ones. 12-10. TCA, they tried to bounce pass that time and threw it off the leg of Mormon.
Tried to thread the needle there.
Yeah. You know, Stan, I've never really understood that call to some degree. It's been that way ever since I was a kid. But, you know, you throw the ball off someone's leg, it's usually called a kick. And really, it shouldn't be a kick, to be honest with you.
I'd like to see him see how it plays out.
Yeah, here's Lakai Tompkins saves that basketball. It's a bad pass. But the Knights have it on the run out the other way. There's a little Euro step. Looked like a walk. Laying it up in is Chavis.
Chavis with his first points of the night ties at 12, our 4th tie of the night.
Chavis really quick as well. Here's the other way, Waller. Williams shakes and bakes left wing right below us here. Cross court, Weiser guns the 3. Nope. And the rebound's controlled by Chavis. He averages 6 boards per game. We're tied at 12. The other way, quick trigger, left wing, an air ball put up by Bell. Andre didn't ring the bell that time, and now we got a foul. Who they get?
They are going to
be a Turner, I think. Chuck with that call.
Turner picks up his first.
More people have come in the arena, so it's wound up being a pretty good crowd in here, Stan.
More on the TCA side.
Yep. 12-12, 2:51. Melissa's young daughter, Melissa George, down there. She brought her book in to read and study. We're tied at 12, 2:41. Williams with it right below us. We work in the front row of the upper mezzanine, looking right down on the big purple tee. Here at TCA, a very familiar spot for us through the years. Trace with it. Robertson cross court. They'll give it to Waller. He drives in, stops, pops. Yes, it's going to count and a foul.
Waller with 6.
Waller's made up his mind. He can drive against this bunch, and he's not scared to do it, is he?
Remember, he had success at the last game, too.
23 in the game. How about that last time?
It was a big game for Braden Waller.
I think that may be his career high, Stan. We'll have to get verification on that.
Let's put Coach Frank on it.
Coach Frank Clampett. Your stats, Stan, you should know, like that stats. Waller trying to complete the three-point play. It's there. He has 7, and it's a 15-12 TCA lead. Down the other way will be Turner. Turner very lean. He's got a great basketball body. Mormon with it. Look at Mormon dribble that basketball down right around his ankles. In the paint, stopping, popping. Brisbane feels good about his game tonight, but he missed that one. Rebound, Bell. Bell dug it out of there. Nice pass, Mormon. 3 on its way. Got it.
Mormon with the second 3 of the night for Sacred Heart Diamond. They were only 1 for 6 in the previous contest between the two teams.
Yep.
All
tied
right
at
with 2.
15, another tie.
Our 5th.
Front court, Waller. Grace Robertson on the cut to Williams. More TCA seen something they like, and they're converting us.
That was Caleb Williams' second time he's hit that exact same shot. That's a little hard with that little flick of the wrist. Gives it almost like a screwball look.
Luke Malden's in the game, one of my favorites. Mackay goes over the left baseline, cuts off.
Careful.
Drive by Gaines. Gaines moves in, got to be a charge. And the official on the baseline, she looked out at Chuck to see what he was going to call.
Well, if you're going to blow that whistle, be positive with your call.
Out of the game will be Turner. In the game will be Vaught. Mackay goes out for TCA. Keltner back in. 17-15, 2-point game, 1:31, the best quarters we've seen this year, Stan.
This is the first time we've seen my friend all year long.
Chuck?
Yep.
They've done a good job thus far. It's Malden, Keltner, Waller, Williams, and Robertson. So right now, Weiser getting a rest. Driving in, Williams stops on a dime, back rim, no. Shot it from 13, went 14. Mormon on the run out the other way. Mormon a 2-on-2, lobs it underneath, reverse
nice
layup.
play.
Oh my, what a play. Great pass, and then a reverse layup underneath by Chavis. We're tied at 17.
Our 6th tie of the night.
These teams are looking like 2 of the best in the district, aren't they?
They certainly are. I don't think we're going to have a stall ball tonight.
No shot clock. Great pass underneath. His block. Keltner had that block that time by Bell. And on the run out is Mormon. Mormon, great court vision. Looks up court to Bell, back to Mormon. Mormon drives in. Great pass underneath the Vault. Lays it up and missed it. Vault gets his own rebound. No, it's actually Gaines gets it. And they get it back and laying it up in. Is that Vault or Mormon?
Mormon got it. He's got 6.
19-17.
6 lead changes or 5 lead changes, 6 ties.
First time that they've trailed since it was 2-0. TCA. Working with it, Williams. Williams deep right. Down to 13, down to 12. Williams crossover dribble, gets the screen from Keltner. Keltner cut. They tried to pick and roll, but it wouldn't work. Now they bounce out to Trace with 5 seconds. Out to Williams, 3 on its way. No. Rebound, Waller. Waller at the buzzer. Block. And blocked by Gaines. So we're within 1. Our score. Sacred Heart, 17. Or make it 19. The Lions, 17. Back after this for the second on the TCA Basketball Network.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
5 lead changes, 6 ties in our first quarter. 19-17, Sacred Heart with the lead. 6 points for A.J. Mormon, 5 for Brisbane. For TCA, Waller with 7, Williams with 6.
One of the great players ever in this area. Terrell Green's tuned in tonight, Stan.
You know what? That is the women's coach for the Humboldt Middle School program. Big Terrell Green. You know what?
Great player.
Great
guy.
I mean, great ball player, great guy. If I was going to build a football team, I might start with Terrell, though, with his size, though. He'd make a nice tight end or offensive tackle.
I was going to say he could play line or one of the skill positions. We bring him out here. It will be Malden, who's on your screen there with Keltner, Waller, Williams, and Robertson. Trace tried to get it in bounds, but
of course, Terrell used to
away.
be the assistant coach for Dexter at Liberty, and they say when Terrell dressed out for practice, you knew it was going to be a long, hard, tough, physical practice.
Lameth Connections. There's Alicia Gehring and here is Malden, left wing three. Get in there. It did.
Luke Malden drills it from the wing. TCA retakes the lead.
Now the front court pass to Gaines. Gaines can't shoot. They're out left wing to Brisbane. Back to Bell. He came off the bench shooting. Misses this one.
Over the back.
Boy, they went over the back that time of Waller and got away with it. Ball out of bounds. And they're going to give it to TCA.
Well, I'll go ahead and take the way it turned out, but we'd like to have had that whistle on Mr. Chavis.
Miss Gehring came in a moment ago. She's one of those three finalists one of the three All-Stars after the season's over. A lot of basketball to play for both the guys and the gals before you think about the All-Star game. Joe Waller moving in, stopping, popping, no. Rebound Brisbane. Look at Brisbane look up that court with that vision, with that dribbling that basketball. He's quite an athlete. Wheels, deals in the paint, rattles, comes out, stays out. Good break for TCA there, Stan. He made a spectacular move. Waller had it almost knocked away to Williams. In the corner, good pass to Malden. The Looster, another three.
He goes left, he goes right. He drills threes. Much like Zach Niven has been known to do.
Yeah.
Go baseline on each side.
Luke is hot. He had a big three over there, remember. Here's a shot up, right wing, a three up, no good by Chavis. Boy, TCA doing a good job on the defensive glass, too. You cannot let this bunch have a bunch of extra looks at it. Left free throw line, it's Stephen Keltner. No, missed it.
That's one Will's got to hit.
Yeah, Mormon, front court. Chavis with it. Oh, great move. Drives in, yes.
Chavis with 6 on the night.
23-21.
That move kind of makes you dizzy a little bit.
Jeffrey and Paige Hayes tuned in tonight as well. So it's a 23-21 game. Backdoor, they go to Malden this time. Great pass. Keltner, 13-footer. No, Malden. He came in from outside. It probably shouldn't have been legal, but they didn't get it. But TCA misses it anyway. Front court. Chavis, right baseline drive. Can't give you the baseline, Stan. 2 points.
He's got 8, and we're tied for the 7th time.
23-23. Good ball game. Yeah, if you had a shot clock tonight, I wouldn't have to borrow one from anyone, would I, Stan, like I did at Atlanta.
Did you ever get that one back to the Ullman Arena?
I think it got back. I think. Here's Waller with it.
I think we better check your closet.
I think I had left to go to Bethel by that time when Lambeth was having their financial woes.
Much like our two.
Backdoor pass. Great pass, Malden, and it settles for Williams.
Williams now with 8.
Stan, they're taking advantage because Sacred Heart likes to overplay you defensively, and they're beating them back door a bunch of times.
Of course, I think we should check your closet, much like we should check some presidential closets lately.
Yeah, Vice President today.
Yep.
25-23, 5:20 left here. Brisbane right baseline, drives in against the smaller Malden, puts it up and in.
Brisbane with a deuce. He's got 7.
Stan, I could put on both hands
how
many shots these teams have missed combined. Hadn't been many misses. And here's Waller the other way, 9 in the game.
Wow, what a night.
27-25. It's unbelievable right now.
Something's going to have to give because both are hitting a lot of pretty much point-blank shots.
Yeah.
We've hit a few more outside shots, but most of our stuff's been in the paint, a little chicken fighting maybe going on there down the low blocks.
27-25. Both teams really playing well. Deep corner here is Chavis. Out to Mormon. Mormon drives in. Looked like he was going to pass and kept it and put it up and in. Kid can play. He has 8. We're tied at 27, Stanley.
Yep. Tie number 9.
Front court, Williams. You got to wonder, somebody's going to run out of gas here in a minute. Working with it now. Here's Williams driving in. Williams puts it up. I thought he might have been fouled. No call. Bell with it on the run out to Chavis. Chavis goes 1 or 2 and lays it up and in. My goodness, what a play.
Chavis in double digits. He's got 10. Our 8th lead change.
29-27. 9 ties, 8 lead changes. 29-27 in the paint. Waller up, 13-footer, rattles, comes out. More with it.
3 of those we've missed tonight.
Brisbane. Boy, they look to drive every time, don't they? Now Brisbane a long 2, yes.
Brisbane with the points. And there's a timeout on the floor with 3:41 to go in the half. 31-27, Sacred Heart. We're back after this on the TCA Broadcast Network.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Dave McCulley, Stan Gerard back with you. Jay Cashin working tonight, although he's doing some video work for the school. Daniel Cashin's our producer and director tonight, and Grayson Resnick on the camera. We're glad to be back with you tonight on this Tuesday, back with you Friday night. Airtime 5:45, tip 6 at Jackson Christian. Cooper Vale's in the game, the Koopmeister. Over to Malden. He's hit 2 threes, missed this one. And the rebound's knocked out of there, and they're going to give the ball to, and I think the proper call, Weiser could have been called for a foul of the backstand, but they knocked the ball out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, this floor could have a lot of damage on because both teams been using their track spikes up and down the floor.
Mormon penetrates. Little guy can really handle the rock. 31-27. Biggest lead of the night for Sacred Heart. Mormon drives in, got a touch foul on Weiser.
Weiser picks up his first, only the third team foul.
You know, Stan, you talked about,
TCA.
you and I both thought there'd be a lot of fouls calls. Only 6 combined in the game thus far.
Yeah, there's still time.
31-27, 4-point game, 3+ left, about 3:10 left in the first half. Deep left, the gunner, it's there. Chavis a 3, and he's had a big quarter, 9 in the quarter, 13 in the game to lead all scores.
And that's their third 3 of the night after only hitting 1 in the previous contest.
He only had 4 when TCA won by 17 at their place.
Yep.
It's 34-27. Big possession here. TCA needs a bucket. Waller in the paint, stopping, popping, no. Lions have gone cold. And now saved by Weiser, but it goes right in the hands of Brisbane. Brisbane wants to run. Boy, he had his player wide open, but lays it up in anyway. And right now, the Lions are back on their heels. Brisbane now with 11 in the game.
And the 9-point lead.
Here's a drive, and it's going to be a foul on Sacred Heart. Stan, this game was tied at 27-25. They've scored, they being Sacred Heart, 11 unanswered.
Time we put a stop to that.
Ty Wadley is watching. Hello, Ty. 36-27 to the line is Weiser. Weiser first. No. Weiser on the year is 73%er, but missed that one.
TCA now 1 of 2 from Cherry. Williams back to the ball game.
36-27. Malden, Waller, and Keltner out. Williams, Robertson, and Lakai Tompkins back in. Mormon gets the rest for this lead. Coach Beauregard letting him out for a couple of minutes. And in the game for him will be a little guy out there. That's going to be Johnson. It's not Johnson. It's actually going to be Jordan McCullough. Free throw up, this time good by Weiser. 36-28. That breaks the 11-point unanswered Sacred Heart run.
Yep. Not many times this year has TCA had to play from behind against this quality of competition.
Sure have not. You're exactly right. Been behind some this year, but really not many times. But it's a 8-point game right now. And here's a pass. That pass hit the glass, but they get lucky. It goes out to Johnson, who's in the game. Now the ball back slapped there by Williams. And it goes out of bounds and will belong to Sacred Heart. The Knights out of Sacred Heart just around the corner, aren't they, Stan?
Another version of the neighborhood street fight once again.
36-28, and that ball thrown in bounds by Bell. I'm not laughing. Hope everyone's okay down there. That hit someone right in the head in the shooter section down there.
They're giving him some business.
Yeah, if that was you or I, we'd be in trouble. But one of the youngsters.
Hanson would be already over, with the ice packs. And
no, he'd be standing over us going, "Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What day of the week is it?"
How many fingers?
Williams, front court. Williams to Koopmeister. Cooper almost walked, did not. Cooper Vales in the game. Vales on the year, leading this team in assists. And he doesn't start. Here's a bad pass. Lakai, right place, right time. Picks it up and in, lays it in.
Boy, Lakai there to pick up the errant passes. I think I know what to do this. Let's put it through from a foot and a half out.
This was a 26-27 game. Now it's 36-30. And now here's a shot up by Brisbane, no good. And the ball knocked out of bounds, so touch last by TCA. 36-30, timeout. Coach Beauregard says, this momentum has changed. Let me call a TO. He gets one. We'll take one with him. Back after this as you watch TCA basketball tonight, courtesy of Worthy Road Studios on the TCA Facebook page. Stay with us.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
At the half over at USJ in girls action, USJ 28, Jackson Christian 26.
Well, Jackson Christian came in here and gave us a good ball game, no doubt about it. And USJ could be feeling the effects of, after they beat TCA in a thrilling, dramatic, and hard-fought game, they can have a little bit of a jet lag, but you never know. Not taking anything away from Jackson Christian saying that. But that's a good ball game, 2-point game at the half. Is that right?
Getting ready for the third quarter.
Okay, Melinda Chapman's tuned in tonight. A lot of you folks watching, we appreciate you very much. Not as big as the crowd as we had the other night, but still quite a few. There's Eli, 3-dog down to the left. And inbound it will be Mormon. Well, when the Lions made a run, Coach Burgard got Mormon right back in the game, didn't he?
Smart move.
Chavis, he's been superb. Wheels and deals, puts it up, got it. May have walked.
May have.
15 in the game, 11 in this quarter, Stan.
Chavis, who only had 4 in the previous contest, has been the X factor tonight.
He's been quite a leader out there, too. If you watch him here on your screen, he's directing traffic defensively. Lions, high post pass to Weiser. TCA, after a great first quarter of moving the ball offensively, they looked a little out of sync here in this quarter. Down to 48 seconds. Trace, the three, they need it, and they get it.
Boy, I thought that was going to be off, but Trace with his first points of the night.
38-33, 38 seconds. Working with it now will be Turner back in the game. Vault back in, Mormon. They have Johnson out there. He's the only reserve in the game. The rest of them are starters. Now they've got Lakai on Chavis.
Oh, good
now
defense.
Great defense on Vault. Out to Chavis, wide open three, back rim, no. And we got a whistle, and that ball hit the upright up there. Well, again, that's what you want. You want Chavis having to take that shot way out there. You don't want him in the paint shaking and baking.
And after they had, what, the 11-point lead, 9-point lead?
Had a 9-point lead.
TCA coming back.
36-27. Now it's 38-33. Working with it, Williams, left baseline. Out to Weiser. Weiser drives in, blocked by Vault. That's their third or fourth block.
Third block of the night.
Turner to Mormon. Look at Mormon go right by everybody, lay it up, and he missed it. I say lay it up and in. It looked like it was going to go in, but he missed it, and TCA gets a break. We're at halftime. Your score, and a good one. Sacred Heart 38, TCA 33. We'll take a break. Be back. Matt Coble's going to join us. He'll talk a little Lady Line basketball. We'll have stats analysis, all of that coming up next after this on the TCA Basketball Network.
Waterwell Solutions offers experienced water well drilling and service throughout the greater West Tennessee area. Whether you need a 4-inch residential well or a 16-inch irrigation or municipal well, they have you covered. Waterwell Solutions has locations in Somerville and Brownsville with a fleet of service trucks and well service technicians that are ready to cover your service needs. If you need residential well service or a new water well, give them a call at 731-779-1275.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
27 years ago, a vision became a reality and Snookum Steakhouse officially opened. We cut our steaks in-house and our ribeyes are full of flavor. The steak trimmings are used to make our certified Angus beef steak burgers, so when you order at Snookum's, you are getting high quality. Enjoy our salad bar and mini dessert. Also try our famous family recipe, the Pink Lush Fruit Salad. Come visit Snookum Steakhouse in Henderson, Tennessee. We are open evenings Tuesday through Saturday but closed Sunday and Monday. Snookum Steakhouse, come taste the difference.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it.
Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back at the Lions Lair on the campus of Trinity Christian Academy here in Jackson, Tennessee, on 10 Windy City Road out north. Dave McCullough, Stan Gerard, Daniel Cashin, and Grayson Resnick with him. Been a good ball game thus far. 38-33. Both teams have had their runs here in the game. At one point, Sacred Heart had an 11-point unanswered run, but TCA sort of balanced it out a little bit, got back within 5. Got a break there as Mormon missed the layup at the buzzer. Very quickly, here at halftime, Chavis 15, 11 in the first half for Sacred Heart. Turner 2, he had that dunk to open up the game. 8 by Mormon, 11 by Brisbane, and 2 by Vault. So two guys that combined for 10, 4 and 6. Chavis and Brisbane, respectively, have 26 here at halftime in this one. After TCA beat Sacred Heart back earlier this month, they won 4 in a row. TCA, after being beaten by Jackson Christians, won 5 consecutive games. Here at the break, Waller had a great first quarter with 7 of his 9 points. Caleb Williams had a good first half with 8. Will Weiser had 3 tonight. Trace Robertson 3. Luke Malden 2 threes, big ones. 6 in the game, and 2 by Will Cutler and 2 by Lakai Tompkins. Here at half, it's 38-33. We're joined and pleased to announce that Matt Coble's joined us. Where were we, Stan? That they got Matt's last name wrong. They called him Matt Coble, I believe. But Matt, we know it's Matt Coble. But Matt, welcome aboard, sir. And hard-fought loss the other night. And how's the kids responded with practice after that tough loss to USJ?
I mean, the girls are a whole lot more resilient than I am.
Yeah, well, it happens with young people, with the older people.
Yeah, they girls came ready to go and practice and, ready to go and get, we watched film and we talked about what we could do better and, they're ready to do it. And they kind of say that some of the minor details that we didn't do, didn't play great by any measure really, and still was right there in the game.
Had a chance, yeah, no doubt about it.
Had a chance. Looking, thinking about right in front of our bench, and we had a really, really good open look for Olivia on a 3. That would have tied it. We missed it. They come down and make a really, really tough shot, go at 5. So, there's just some tiny moments in the game that we did not play well and had a chance.
At halftime, I'm not sure what the score is now going into the third quarter. It's a 2-point game. USJ only led Jackson Christian 28-26.
Yeah, I saw that. Coach Schutz does something a little different, and he gives people a little trouble, with what he does on defense. And Jackson Christian's finally learning that. And it's hard when you beat a team by 20 to come back and be ready to play too. So I'm sure there's some of that.
And I mentioned nothing against Jackson Christian, but USJ's coming off an emotional win over their rival TCA as well.
Yeah, so emotional that the girls have videos of them just jumping and celebrating as much as we did when we won the state championship Friday night after the game. And they did it on the floor too.
Sure.
So I told our girls, I hate losing, but it means something to beat you when a team acts like that.
Yeah, and we talked the other night about you have to beat them by 7 now at their place for us to claim the championship, but there's some big ball games before then. You got Jackson Christian Friday night at their place. That won't be easy. They gave us a good game here. Tipton Rosemart down a little bit this year, but you take nothing for granted on the road. And then Fayette Academy here on the 3rd, and they're a solid ball team. I know they've lost, Stan told me, 3 in a row since we beat them, but then USJ there. So there's some basketball to play before that date on the 7th of February.
Yeah, you can't worry about that date, 7th February, until we take care of all the other ones. When we get done with February 3rd in that game, we've won all of them to then we can worry about February 7th. So, that's hopefully the girls have that same mentality to go to. We got to take care of Jackson Christian.
Sure.
And this game with USJ shows it. They're capable. They got some good players, and they play hard.
And you mentioned the Hall of Fame coach.
and Coach Schutz has won 600 games. I think they celebrated this year. So, they're gonna give us a fight. It's gonna be a little different, So we got to take care of that game. We got to take care of Monday and Tuesday and then next Friday. So all those games we got to take care of that next game and not think USJ.
And Brandon shows what a nice article I thought about our ball club in the Post, the new newspaper here in Jackson. But he interviewed the kids, and I know it's Carden and Amelia both. They talked about I guess he brought it up about Webb beating us last year in the semifinals of the state. But they both brought up and said, look, we know they're a great ball club, but we're not thinking about them right now. We got some people we got to deal with here.
Right, and that's the thing. We got a lot of people here before we get to that level. So,
sure.
You know, and Brandon, when he talked to me about it, I was like, you know, that's. I guess there's always that thought of what puts you out and what's there, but you got to take care of what's in the thing. And, you know, Friday night even puts that more in perspective.
Sure.
But before Friday night, Tuesday night, when Fayette Academy, when it was, you know, a 7-point game. So those games matter, and things kind of fall in place for you to get back up there.
No doubt about it. Now, you've watched this game. I saw you here earlier. You and your lovely wife and your cute daughter came in earlier. I just love her. I haven't met her yet, but I need to meet her. But you guys came in, so you've watched this first half. This has been racehorse basketball. Don't need a shot clock in this thing, do you?
Yeah, it's so fun. Haley said, man, the boys are just so fast. I was like, this is even on another level. This is a fast-paced game. Yeah. And, you know, and both teams want to push the ball, so, you know, it's kind of fun to watch. And, you know, how they respond in defensive transition is going to be the team that wins this. The teams that can get back and get solid and set up on defense is a team that's going to win this game.
All right, practice gone pretty good this week, you said.
Yeah, we had 2 good practices and a good film session. So, you know, the girls responding, and I still hadn't slept because, you know, just what we can do and how we can get better and little things that we need to work on. And I go, man, I don't have enough time, and how can I put and manipulate it into the practice schedule and time? So, but the girls have come in and really, really worked, which is what you would hope out of a senior-led team after a loss like that.
Yeah, and you know that stings. You know, they're resilient. Younger people are resilient than we older folks. But, you know, I got a feeling they put that behind them, and they fouled it somewhere, and they think, okay, because I know this bunch. I've covered them enough, and you know them really well, as much as the parents probably, or almost as much as the parents. But the bottom line is I'd be shocked if this team doesn't come back and, I mean, make a deep run.
Yeah, you know, that's you know, first or second in the district this year is not as big a deal.
Right.
You still get to host. You still get to host that quarterfinal game, and you got to travel for the semifinal game. So it's not like it's on our side. So
Sure.
you know that it is important. You always want to be a higher seed. You know,
No doubt.
take a thing.
And there's some pride in being the champion.
Right, and there's pride being champion. So you know we're gonna make that work to try to have that pride too.
Good luck to you. We'll see you Friday.
Thanks, Dave.
5:45 airtime. Thanks, Matt. Matt Coble, the head coach of the Lady Lions. We get ready for this second half. Vaught, Turner, Brisbane, Mormon, and who did I miss? How did I miss Chavis, Stan? He's the leading scorer of the game with 15. Lions about to break the huddle. It looks like Waller, Weiser, Robertson, Williams, and Keltner. So the Lions go back with their starting 5. What do you expect in the second half, bud?
I think it's going to be more of the same. TCA is going to have to do a better job of stopping their inside game. We had 14 field goals in the first half. They had 17. We both had 3 threes. The difference was their inside play was just a little bit better than ours. We were 2 of 3 from Cherry, and they were only 1 of 2.
There's that matchup again with Mormon and Williams. That's a great matchup. 2 really great ball players. Williams, just a sophomore, and Mormon, he is a great, great guard. In the paint, Vault, no. And the rebound's controlled by Weiser. Uncle Jeff in the house. Weiser goes coach to coach, lays it for Robertson. They're going to get a charge on Weiser. Waited a little bit too late to give it up.
Weiser picks up his second foul. Diamond, I have that as only the second turnover of the night for TCA. Not the way you want to start your second half. Wasn't much contact, but
not a lot of fouls called, not a lot of missed shots, and not a lot of turnovers. Been a cleanly played game for the most part, and especially considering the pace it's been. Chavis, let's see what TCA does with him in this half. Mormon's 3, got it.
Well,
you have to give something up, and you give the outside shot to Mormon, and he burned them. 41-33. Now Steele, Turner has it. Turner goes the other way. Ball stripped away by Waller. Nice defensive play by Waller, not fouling as well.
I want to tell you what, this half not already down by 8. They had the 9-point lead. We got a little momentum back, closed it down, and they've gotten it right back.
Yep, it was 38-33 at the break. And Stan, how often have we said first few minutes of a game, first few minutes of a third quarter
will be what decides it, or could
Mormon,
be what decides it.
The cutting Brisbane dribbles the ball off his foot. Chavis picks it up. Chavis has been the big gun.
That's a walk.
Yeah, proper call. Sure did.
4th turnover against the Sacred Heart.
Good sportsmanship. Thank you very much, sir. Jay Cashin taking care of us. And working with it now will be Williams. It's a 40-33 game. 41-33, I should say. Across the timeline, Williams. Williams right below us here, down to the right. Guarded by Mormon out there. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I'm telling you, look at this service here, Stan. Look at this. Can't beat it, can you? Nope. Jay with that food. Right wing, Waller. Stan, we've looked a little out of sync since the middle of the second quarter. Would you agree? Shot
And
no good.
Keltner with another inside miss.
Thanks, Jay. And, yep, had a good shot at it. Just would not go down.
They've made a little adjustment. We've tried to slash in lane. They've made a little adjustment, dropping an extra body down there on the baseline.
Mormon. Well, the difference has been TCA's gone a little cold since midway of the second quarter. That's the difference in the game right now. TCA led the game 27-25. They ripped off 11 in a row. 41-33 right now. That's going to be a charge. Yep, pushing off will be Brisbane, and a great play there by Trace Robertson, who took one right in the choppers, it looks like. He's gasping a little bit. See, I think it took the breath out of him a little bit.
Yeah, Brisbane can be a little bit physical when he wants to.
Trace is tough as nails, though, isn't he?
You wouldn't think that of a golfer, but he is.
There's some tough kids out here on both teams. Don't get me wrong, but Trace on the guy's side and Cardin Vales on the gal's side is tough as the nails. In the corner, Trace thought about the three, doesn't shoot. Out to Williams. They're taking Williams' three-point shot away, aren't they?
Yeah, they've made the defensive adjustments.
Now, as I say that, great crossover dribble, top of the key, missed it. Rebound back up, Weiser, no. And the rebound controlled by Chavis, who's really been a fine player for them. Malachi Chavis. Mormon underneath the vault. Charles Barkley lookalike for them. We approach the 5-minute mark. There's been 3 points scored in the first 3 minutes, and it's been by Sacred Heart. Folks enjoying the popcorn, the hot dogs, the sodas, the M&Ms. And we're enjoying some basketball. Left wing will be Brisbane. Out the vault. They go in the corner here. Chavis gets the baseline. Reverse layup.
Oh, my.
Great play, Chavis. He thought it was foul, too, and they don't call it. But Chavis, spectacular move, 17 in the game.
That's a 10-point game 4:40 ago.
Yeah, line's a little trouble right now. I know it's early in the or midway of the third quarter, but you don't like the trend of this, how this thing's starting off here in this quarter. Someone's got to step up and hit a big bucket here. Waller with it. Waller drives. Waller. Force stubbing goes in.
Well, asking ye shall receive. Waller in double digits with 11. Nice job, though, by Valks backing off and not committing the foul.
Yeah, and that's a nice move by Waller. Protected the basketball with his body as you watch the game. Gaines about to come back in the game for Sacred Heart. Turner with it. Almost a steal by Waller. In the corner, Brisbane. Wide baseline. Great defense by Weiser and Robertson, who cut that off. Mormon out between the circles. When they get a little out of sync, they go to this guy right here. And he missed it. Tipped up. No. Tipped back up again. Vault. No. Mormon back up. Yes. Can't give them those many shots, Dan.
I believe that may have been Mr. Chavis.
That was Mormon.
Okay, it was Mormon. Okay.
Yeah, 45-35.
He's got 13 then.
Keltner drives in. Keltner up underneath. Scoop to the hoop. Yes.
Keltner with only his second bucket of the night. Had to have the friendly roll to get that one to fall.
He's got to get in double digits. He and Williams both. Williams already there with 11. Williams may have to score about 20.
Keltner had 13 the last contest.
45-37. Brisbane over to Chavis. They give the ball up around the perimeter. Then someone ever who gives it up cuts inside. Now a great play by Waller, who knocked that ball. Philip Robertson protecting him from going out in the wall there.
Waller had just enough space between him and Chavis. He was able to get his body in at the angle and knock that ball away.
Peggy Curry, or Peggy's tuned in tonight. Also Larry Bales. Well, it's a 45-37 game. 3:08 left here. And inbound it will be Mormon. Mormon will inbound it, go try to get it right back. No, he doesn't. He just runs the baseline this time. Brisbane backs in against the smaller Robertson, puts it up in. It's going to count the foul. Stan, they recognize the mismatch. Trace is a great defensive player, but Brisbane's got him about 4 or 5 inches.
And that's got it to fall.
That's good recognition by them, isn't it?
Only be the second time they've been to the cherry stripe all night.
47-37.
Brisbane, a 55% free throw shooter.
Yep, that's not very good.
Better than what I would do.
Missed it. Vault rebounds, though. Boy, TCA giving them too many chances. Down to Vault. Vault, wheels and deals. Stops, pops, got it. Nice play by Vault.
Vault with 4 in the contest.
Biggest lead of the game, 49-37. Cooper Vale's in the game. Keltner out. Weiser's out as well. Malden back in. Dexter looking for a combination that can give him some points. Here's Waller. Right baseline. Scoop up. No. Rebounds back up. Got it. Nice play by Waller. 4 in the quarter. 13 in the game.
Sacred Heart gave up on that. They thought winning the first one. They gave up and were going back on defense when we got the board and the easy bucket.
49-39, 10-point game. Mormon drives in. Mormon, spectacular move with a left-handed little scoop there. Kid can play, folks. 7 in the quarter, 15 in the game. They've got 3 guys in double digits. Trace Robertson's 3, yes!
Well, we needed that one. That's only his second bucket of the night, both of them from three-point land.
It was 51-39 a moment ago. Now it's 51-42. Mormon. Now charge. Yes.
Another offensive foul. And that one on Mormon.
Well, Stan, both teams are so aggressive driving that the other teams are beginning to recognize, hey, we can draw charges here.
We drew a lot of charges against them at their house.
Did. Had them all balanced, didn't we?
That was one of our keys to victory in that game.
51-42. Backcourt, Waller. Waller, front court. Waller takes it coast to coast. Blocked by Turner. Now Gaines has it. Gaines steps out of bounds.
4th turnover against Sacred Heart in this half. They only had 3 in the first half.
3 starters on the bench right now. Inbounds pass, Waller. Baseline jumper, right wing, no. Lakai, just too many people down there.
He was surrounded.
He sure was. Brisbane to the trailing Mormon.
He knows how Custer felt.
Yep, Coach Beauregard up. General Beauregard drawing up the game plan. Out here, bad pass. Waller had a hand on it, couldn't come up with it. Great pass underneath. And here's a layup. It's there by Turner on a nice dish by Chavis.
He's got 4, but they push that lead back into double digits at 11.
The other way, Waller beats him back down the court, lays it up and in.
A Waller with 15, 6 in the quarter.
Morris Hand and Ralphie still with us. Here's Mormon with it between the circles. Backing it out of there. 53-44. TCA student body really quiet
good
right
defense
now.
there by Lakai coming up.
And now timeout, Coach Beauregard. And he calls a 30. We'll take one with him back right after this on the TCA Basketball Network.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
TCA down by 9, 53-44, and 58.2 seconds to go in our third quarter play. And it's going to be Sacred Heart basketball saga on the right below us.
Inbound it will be Chavis. Cooper Vales will meet Mormon. Cooper's one of the few kids in this district that can stay with Mormon. They're both quick. Mormon really handles that rock beautifully. Bad pass. Malden. Ball goes off Malden, and they're going to get a foul. Yep, proper call. Bad pass led that, and then it was Chavis helping Malden up after he fouled him. Good sportsmanship by both teams tonight. We didn't see a lot of people helping up each other up the other night at USJ, did we?
No,
I think I saw one time someone helped.
We saw a lot of getting knocked down and standing over them.
Here's Weiser. Weiser moves in, a little floater, short. No, boy, the defense intimidated him a little bit. Turner come over. He's got 3 blocks already. In the corner, wide open, Johnson. Johnson up to 3, no. Rebound tipped out of there, controlled by Chavis. Chavis wheels and deals. Short layup, missed it. And the rebound's controlled by Lakai. Boy, TJ dodged the bullet there. Malden with it. Malden front court to Williams. Williams has been pretty quiet here tonight. Can't shoot. Out to Weiser. Weiser, a long two. Got it, and he's fouled.
Weiser with his points 4 and 5 on his second field goal of the night. He's looking to add some harm and draw us a little bit closer.
Yeah, 53-46 to make it a 6-point game with this one. I mentioned Williams pretty quiet. He had 8 in that first half, but hasn't scored here in this quarter. Well, Weiser trying to pick him up. And you know, this thing about this team all year, Stan, it's been someone stepping up every game. You never know who's going to be the leading scorer.
Who's going to be the boss tonight?
Weiser, 3-point play the conventional way, bingo. He has 6 in the game. And now a steal. Weiser had it blocked. Robertson has it to Williams. Caleb's 3 off badly. You could tell when he left. Mormon with a rebound.
Oh, he walked.
Mormon in the backcourt, wheeling and dealing. Spin move.
Oh, my.
Looks like he did walk. Now here's a walk the other way. They can't get the shot off. We're at the end of 3. Woo. Wild action to close out the last 10 seconds of that quarter. 53-47. TCA down by 12 at one time, has cut the lead in half. We have 8 minutes of regulation anyway to play when we come back after this on the TCA Basketball Network.
At Lonnie Cobb Ford, we now give you a warranty for life on the engine and transmission. That's right, a warranty for life at no cost to you. Unlimited time, unlimited mileage, but it's only at Lonnie Cobb Ford in Henderson, where cars really are cheaper in the country.
The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
As we head into the fourth quarter, 53-47, Sacred Heart leads in this ball game, and you are watching TCA basketball on Jackson's #1 source for high school basketball.
Great to be with you. We'll be back with you, the good Lord willing, and the creeks don't rise. That will be Friday night. That's not talking about the river, by the way. That old saying comes from the Creek Indian uprising. 53-47. I was an adult before I learned that. Across the timeline, Cooper Bell, 6-point game. 7:50 left in the game in regulation. This has three or four out overtime. No, as I say that, Mormon steals the basketball. Mormon against Robertson and a foul on Trace, which is not a bad. Oh, my.
Offensive foul.
They get a foul on Mormon. How about that?
Yowzers. I didn't see that.
Mormon laid the ball down, and the official saying, hey, throw me the ball.
That's not kosher to do that.
53-47. Across the timeline, Cooper Bales. Trace Robertson deep left. Brisbane's length gets out there and cuts off the 3. They've scouted. Both teams have scouted each other brilliantly. Now Trace guns the 3. No. Rebound Lakai. Lakai back up. No. And the ball goes out of bounds off Gaines. TCA battling against the high-flying Knights.
Well, Lakai could have. Lakai maybe should have been at the free throw line by now.
Yeah, Lakai and Bales both out of the game. They gave Dexter a lot of valuable minutes there. And the inbound will be Robertson. Back in for them will be Keltner. And so it's Keltner, Waller, Weiser, Robertson, and Williams. It does sound like a law firm. Yep. They get it into Williams. They've cut that 3 off for the most part tonight. Their long arms has been able to get in their way. And here's a block by Keltner lays it up and in. He gets it, lays it up and in.
Well, Will Keltner in there clean up a little of the evening slop.
53-49 in the backcourt. Across the timeline, Brisbane down to Gaines. Gaines puts it on the floor. Gets it back, and it's blocked. And a great block by Trace Robertson. He didn't foul him. That's a proper call. Yep.
You know, he capped it and came back down with it. Isn't that traveling, though?
It was close. I couldn't tell.
Because I heard the thump on the floor. You can hear it you can hear it up here, no question.
53-49. Peggy says she's listening to her favorite broadcaster, Stan. Thank you, Peggy. The inbound it will be Mormon. The vault. Too easy.
Too strong.
Too easy, Stan.
And he's got 6.
55-49. Who's going to break in this game? Yeah. Caleb. Got to get him heated up, Stan. He hasn't scored in this half yet. Weiser to Keltner. got a great fake. Down low, good pass to Weiser. Can't shoot out to Robertson. Good ball rotation to Williams. Down low, great pass. And the layup is up. No good by Weiser. Again, the length bothering Dexter, barking at the official. He wanted a foul there.
A lot of contact.
55-49, 6:22. I think if Will catches the ball and goes right up with it, he might score, but he sort of tried to fake, didn't he?
Because Sacred Heart's going to win the physicality battle.
Yep. Chavis. I thought we masked that a little better at their place than we have tonight. They're on a mission. They remember that stinging loss they had. And here's a shot up by Brisbane. He was fouled, no call, and Robertson goes down with it.
Longs both ways.
Yeah, the ball knocked out of bounds. Touched last by Brisbane. Flies over there. Kevin Hansen on. He never flinks. Look at Kevin over there, the trainer.
Who's got to pick up the ball there?
I'm not sure who that is behind the bench over there.
He's got a tag on him.
55-49. 6-point game. 5:55 left in regulation.
This is where Three Dog would come in real handy.
Yeah, he's over there watching the game. He's over there with Dad, Hot Rod Parker. We'll see them Friday night at Jackson Christian. Williams, great pass. Weiser in the paint, puts it up. Got the friendly roll.
Weiser with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The other way, Brisbane. Bounce pass ball. He walked, got away with it. And puts it up, missed it. And Trace Robinson rebound. 55-51. Here goes Trace. 5:20. Williams works left baseline. Great move by Williams.
They wanted the foul.
Here's the pass down to Robertson. Trace may have walked. He double dribble. Proper call. Yep, sure did. The length of Sacred Heart, I've said it several times, it's bothering TCA in the paint right now.
We're getting too deep, and they're getting enough contact. It's bothering us as well.
Got us thinking about it. They got us thinking about it, don't they?
Yeah. We're getting the good penetration, but we're thinking about it.
Yep, 55-51. TCA led much of the first half, although they trailed at the end of 19-17. Trailed at halftime, but they led a lot in that half until it got away from them. At 27-25, we've not led since it was an 11-point unanswered run by Sacred Heart in the second. 55-51. TCA double teams back there. They got Mormon tied up. Nowhere to go. Mormon lost the ball out of bounds. Let's see what they call. And they give Coach Beauregard a timeout. And the TCA crowd's not happy. A quick break. We're back after this. Stay with us on the TCA Basketball Network.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Well, if you remember the flying Lewindas, it was a high wire act on the tightrope.
Unfortunately,
I'm
old enough to remember that.
This one is going right down the end. Both teams walking that fine rope, trying to seize victory in this game.
I think they went from tall building to tall building in New York one time. Remember that? 55-51. Everyone has a way to make a living, I guess. Andre Bell the other way. The vault, right baseline. Vault puts it up. Quick flick. Yes.
Vault was 8 in the game, 6 in this half.
Boy, that was a quick release. 57-51. He's more athletic than you think he is.
He only had 4 in the previous contest between these two.
Almost all their guys have more tonight. 57-51. They only scored 55 over there. They've got more now with 4:41 left. Williams, left baseline jumper, no. Rebound, Waller, back up, quick break, no. Rebound, Keltner. Keltner fakes, puts up, no. He's fouled, he'll shoot two. Ball got him. So Will to line. On the year, a 71% free throw shooter. Clock stopped he can make it a two-possession game with 4:34. Maybe too early to think about that yet, but Keltner to shoot 2 free throws. Vault with a foul.
You think it's getting physical?
It is. Both teams want to win, you can tell that. To the line will be Keltner. Outstanding athlete. Headed to Campbellsville to play football. Up, yes. I'll get to see him at least one time, Stan.
Mm-hmm.
Campbellsville will come to Bethel next year, 57-52. This one's up again, good again. 57-53, 4-point game, 4:34. TCA full court press. Bell really plays well off the bench for them. Bell front court, skip past the vault. Keltner bellying up on him over there. Now Mormon will settle things down. Coach Beauregard is up directing traffic. Here is Dexter. He's shouting out defensive instructions. Williams guarding Mormon, trying to stay in front of him, which is really tough to do. Mormon penetrating enough. They don't get the 5-second count on him. Down to Chavis. Chavis up. Chavis no. Chavis his own rebound. Back up. Yes.
And one.
Stan, that's a factor. We mentioned it several times in the third, giving Sacred Heart too many chances at it.
Don't know what the rebound count is, but they out-rebounded us in the first contest between the two teams, and you would just have to think they are in this game as well.
59-53. I'd be shocked if the advantage wasn't for them. Chavis up. Good. He has had a big night. 20 in the game to lead all scorers. 60-53. Well, TCA digging a hole right now. Still time to climb out of it, but can't get much further behind. Here's Bales with it. Cougar back in the game. Robertson's three. They need it. And no good this time. Rebound Chavis. Chavis out to Mormon. 3:40 left in the game. Mormon across the timeline. Robertson dogging him there. Now he unloads down low to Turner. Turner out to Mormon. Mormon to Bell. Coach Beauregard up. I would think he wants a high selective shot. Wants to go inside to Chavis. He calls for it. Gets it down there. Puts up, missed it, and a foul on Williams. Now Chavis barking something at Williams.
It's one you almost had to commit, though.
Yep. Williams did a good job just ignoring him. Chavis has been brilliant. He has 20 in the game.
Steve Neal from Collierville checking in, so Shelby County making an appearance tonight.
You know who else lives in Collierville? Rodney Baumgart and Lolly.
Well, are they actually in Collierville?
I think so, yeah.
I thought they were on the outskirts, one of those little towns outside.
No, the Collierville's a little town outside Memphis, of course.
Collierville's not exactly little.
No, it's not. My daughter lived there for a while. Coach Beauregard up directing traffic. I think he's talking about the clock, I guess. Looking up at it. 3:24 left here. To the line is Chavis. He's been superb tonight. 1 of 1 from the line. Coach Williams is up too. He's talking to the official. And I think Coach Beauregard was saying something about the clock. Now they're going to the scores table, talking to Dexter about it. And Blake Butler's over there. He'll straighten him out. Billy Malden. And Mr. Keltner over there as well. Brad. Looking dapper. And now here's Chuck coming back. What's he called here? I'm not sure. They're going to give 2, I think, to maybe that's what it was about. I think they were going to call a 1+1, but that wouldn't have been the case because TCA's only committed 4 fouls. Chavis up. Chavis good. Stan, he's been the star of the game. I have him now with 21 in the game. Out, Cooper Vales in the game will be Weiser.
Timing and scoring concurs.
Well, 61-53. This is a hole now. You're going to be down by 9 if he hits it. He did just that. Credit to the young man, Chavis. He's been superb. 62-53. Every possession now, TCA has to score and get a couple stops. Trace with it. Trace will drive right down the gut. Puts up and missed it. He normally hits that. Couldn't get it to go. And Chavis with another strong effort with a rebound. Front court, Mormon. Chavis. You know, Chavis has been the star, but Stan, all their kids have played well.
Mm-hmm.
Mormon with it. Mormon against Robertson. Mormon blows right by everybody. They go down. Turner tried the left-handed dunk, missed it. And now they shot up. Thought that was a walk on Chavis. Williams comes out of there with it. Well, you got a 9-point lead. They're trying to do the spectacular. Now Williams drives the other way. No, and we got a foul. And Stan, to be honest with you, Coach Beauregard cannot be happy about that. No. You're up by 9. You're trying a lob pass to a guy out of position. trying to jam it with his left hand. That's not real smart.
They were wanting to make the spectacular to really get the crowd in and demoralize TCA.
Well, Coach Bargard's a good coach. His team is well coached. He can't be happy about that. So with the clock stopped now, Williams free throw, no. Caleb has been off his game here in this half. Had a lot of looks.
Only 8 tonight.
All in the first half, and 6 of those in the first quarter.
Of course, Nick Beauregard learned from the Hall of Famer Rick Rudisil.
Yep. Well, that name is synonymous with basketball. There's an extra up. It is there. So Caleb has 9. Steve Neal enjoying the broadcast from Colleyville. Thanks, Steve. 62-54. Mormon with it. Well, TCA's got to get a couple stops. Mormon's so hard to double team. And now as I say that, he throws a bad pass, and that ball goes off. Did they say it? That ball should belong to.
Well, no, we got it.
That should be Sacred Heart's ball. She missed that. She really missed that. TCA got a break.
Can't change it now.
In the backcourt, working with Robertson.
So many times you see him reverse a call like that.
Yeah. She didn't look for help. No one gave her any help. Weiser, 3, high arc, no. Rebound Vault. And Vault came down with it. Well, the Lions had a chance, but they couldn't convert. Now we approach the 2-minute mark. Borman against Waller. Waller dogging him out there. Waller had a big first half. Setting on 15 of the game to lead TCA. Working with it, Bell. Now you see them beginning to try to just put it in the refrigerator here, Stan. Mormon, he's so hard to take the ball away from. Dribbles so effectively with either hand. Primarily a left-hander, but he can dribble it with the right as well. Now the ball knocked away, and they get Waller on the reach in. Number 5, so no free throws. And Sacred Heart will inbound it. Side offensive court, leading now by 8. Bales and Lakai in the game. Keltner and Weiser go out.
Our field goal percentage since the first quarter has really taken a nosedive.
It went south on us about midway the second when they made that 11-0 run. That's been the difference in the game, that 11-0 run. Now here's a bad pass thrown away. Now Mormon, and the ball goes out of bounds. Proper call. Coach Robinson went flying into the Sacred Heart bench over there, but I think that's a proper call by the official, to be honest with you. Well, 1:31, running out of time. Robertson gets it into Bales. Gets it right back. Big possession. Now he almost walked to Cooper. Bales will drive in. Down low to Kai. Double clutches. Fakes. Puts it up. No. TCA's had several opportunities to cut into the lead and just can't do it. Now the other way will be Mormon. And this is in bad shape now for the Lions.
Get half of what we missed. We're winning this game.
Yep. No doubt. And credit Sacred Heart. They've come in here on a mission tonight. You could tell, Stan, they were a different ball club early tonight than they were at their place, weren't they? Very talented. Now Williams knocked the ball in the front row, but they were in the bench away from Chambers. TCA's played hard and played well at times, but they had that one skid that hurt them, and you could just tell, you could almost tell when the game started that they went, uh-oh, you beat us at our place, we're coming in to give you a game. Timeout on the court. 62-54, Lions in trouble. 59.2 seconds left. We're back after this on the TCA Basketball Network.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Diamond, you start to look ahead a little bit. Sacred Heart, their remaining schedule, Natchez Trace, Fayette Academy, and Jackson Christian at home. They go to USJ, and they end the season at home hosting Tipton Rosemark. So you look at this game, you got to figure at a minimum, they're going to go 3-2 at a minimum. If probably better than that. So there is the possibility of some help. By the way, if these two teams were to somehow tie, point advantage goes just because the 20-some-odd point win at their house.
I had us winning by 17, Stan, 72-55. Is that right? Maybe 17.
72-55, 65, 70, yes,
17.
What, I say 22?
Yeah. Lisa Cashin Lisa, your son, Daniel's doing a great job tonight. Your mom's watching.
My math never has been that good.
Well, mine hasn't either.
Yeah.
Down low, wide open, and dribbling the ball, and almost losing out. Mormon found Chavis wide open, and he just dropped it. But had the presence of mind just to hold on. We're down to 40 seconds in the game. 8-point game. Wide open. This time it's Brisbane. He just lays it up and in. You like that by Brisbane, Stan, because he didn't try to dunk it. You're up big. You just go ahead and take the easy gimme. Cooper Bales the other way, puts it up. No. Rebound Brisbane. Tompkins may have got away with over the back. Go out to Waller, to Robertson. Trace's three. Got it.
Trace Robinson with the three. He's got 9, and TCA calls a timeout. We'll take another one. 64-57. We're back after this in the TCA Broadcast Network.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
Yep.
20.6 seconds to go in this ball game. It's a 7 points, so it's a 3-possession game for a TCA. Going to have to get some turnovers and a couple of steals here. There is a short window, but you got to make it fast. You got to make it happen fast and hard.
You know, Stan, you look at their schedule. Jackson Christian Friday night for the Lions. That won't be easy. Tipton Rosemark on the road should win, but that won't be easy probably as well. Now here's Weiser with a steal, and Weiser is fouled. They get Vaught on the foul, and Weiser's going to shoot 2 free throws with the clock stopped. And Stan, you could put it down. If these free throws go, it'd be a 5-point game with 15 seconds.
It's still possible.
I've seen stranger things happen. The Fayette Academy game here, TCA would be favored. And the USJ game at their place, probably a toss-up.
What was that game back in the, what was that song back in the 70s? Strange Brew?
Yeah.
We need a little Strange Brew right now.
64-57, 15 seconds. Weiser's got to hit them both. Up, yes. 1+1, and Weiser knocked it in. I have him now, Stan, with 9 in the game.
I concur.
Weiser again, 64-58. Eyes the mark again. In the air. It rattles and stays. Yes, and Dexter calls the timeout. Going to keep it here this time. 64-59, 15.7 seconds. And Stan, TCA needs a steal or two and a couple buckets. Nope. Who knows?
When you look right down to it, you knew it was going to be a tired game. I mean, I said that in the pregame show. It's going to be a tired game. It obviously is. You just, and to be honest, Sacred Heart played really poorly at their place. And
I thought we had a lot to do with that. I thought,
we did.
I thought our energy in the first half set the tone for that whole game.
Well, here's the difference. They've made an adjustment that we have not been able to counteract. Either we were getting some drives in the paint early. They've made a counter to that, and they were able to stop 2 or 3 of them, and we've gone away from that now because they have stopped that, and they've kept shooting the ball well while we have gone into the deep freeze.
You know, you can make a point about in-game adjustments for every sport, but in basketball, I think it's even more profound than most.
I think there's no question. I mean, even a dummy like me could see that adjustment that they made. I studied basketball.
You caught it. You did. In the
man, I caught it though. It's it's the truth. But they made the proper adjustment.
Bell inbound it against full court pressure. Got a foul here. That's only just number 6. And Williams picked it up. That took about 2 seconds off. 13.5 left now. Stan, the only chance now is to foul them now very quickly. If you don't steal it, put them in the line and hope they miss free throws, get a couple threes.
You can look for a charge off the inbounds.
5-point game.
Everybody's faced up, so you're not going to see that.
Yeah, Bell inbound it, lobs it in, and Trace Robertson knocked that ball away. It took 0.8 of a second off. 12.7, 64-59. Justin Miller tuned in tonight. One of our great friends and sponsors. Bell gets it in, bad pass. Weiser calls a timeout. Boy, Bell off balance threw that in, and Coach Beauregard's not happy with him at all. And Weiser, we're going to keep it here again. Weiser stole the basketball. That was the design play. Dexter told him, if you steal it, call a timeout.
Strange brew,
Unless
baby.
You get a layup. Yep.
Strange brew.
Well, 3 here, Stan, with 11.6.
And you can bet whatever shot we make, it's a 5-point. You don't necessarily need the 3 right away. Best available quick shot. If it's a cutter to the bucket, take it. Best available quick shot. And you already have it in the officials' ears. If we make the shot, I want a timeout. You already have that in their ear. And looks like we've got, if that scoreboard's correct, we've got 1 timeout. So,
well, here we go. Lisbon, Mormon, Bell, Turner, who's a rejecter, and Chavis, who's been the star of the game. TCA will inbound it, side, mid-court.
Now here, they're out of timeouts. They call their team back to make an adjustment to what they quickly saw we were coming out in.
Bales, Weiser, Williams. Although he's not scored much in this half, you would think Williams with a 3 might be the first option. Weiser, Trace looks. Still looking. Gets it in to Weiser or Waller. Waller will drive in very quickly. Waller puts up, missed it. Well, they went for the 2, and now a foul on TCA, and that's probably going to do it. And I like the play. They thought maybe that Sacred Heart would be guarding the 3 intently, and they were. And it left Waller open to drive, but he missed it badly. He's had a great game and a great year, but he missed that one, and the rebound controlled by Sacred Heart, and their foul, and Stan is probably going to do it.
Had a couple of people arm low, but folks, those question shot, that was the prop. When they couldn't get the ball in the hands of a 3-point specialist, that was the proper shot.
Go for 2 and get within 3 and then foul. Yep, that's right. Turner to the line, 82% free throw shooter. And missed it, and
that's a travel.
Down the rebound, and they get traveling on him, I think.
Yes.
With 5 seconds left.
Still a shot. The Russians are warming up. Yeah.
Coach Borgard not happy, but I thought it was a proper call. I didn't see.
It was.
There was arms flailing both ways. Now Robertson inbound it, throws it length of the court, and throws it away. Touched last, though, by...
And we get the ball out down there.
Yep, 3.8, 64-59. Well, pretty tough, 3.8. You could hit a 3.
There's time.
And then a steal or a free throw missed.
It's got to be a touch 3.
Yeah. Got to be a quick 3, doesn't it?
Yep. Give it.
Williams won it. Trace looks. Right here to Weiser. Weiser to Williams. Williams at 3. Williams, no good. And that ends the game. Your unhappy score here. Sacred Heart avenges the earlier loss back early in the month. And the Knights come into TCA and beat the Lions 64-59. We'll take a 2-minute break. Back with stats analysis before we wrap it up and set the stage for Friday here on the TCA Basketball Network.
At McCoy's Heating and Air, our #1 priority is keeping you and your loved ones cozy this holiday season. If your HVAC system needs an upgrade, call McCoy's for quick, quality installation. Don't wait. With the purchase of your new unit, you will receive our Keep Cozy gift bag filled with cozy essentials for the cold weather ahead. To schedule your system upgrade, call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should offer more than a place to just store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest accounts include the flexibility of a checking account with tiered interest rates, identity theft protection, cell phone protection, and more. So start a financial conversation with us today by visiting foundationbank.org or calling us on the number at the screen. In the meantime, go Lions! McKinsey Banking Company is an equal housing lender, member FDIC. Terms and conditions.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to the T-Dome on the campus of Trinity Christian Academy. Well, Sacred Heart wins the ball game 64-59. This series splits on the year. We won by 17 at their place. They win by 5 here. So we'll keep that in mind for further use. Diamond, one thing that I've noticed in the second field goal shooting from the first half to the second half, we held them to 6 less field goals in the second half than they had in the first half. We actually had 4 less ourselves. We ended up with 24 field goals in the night, 5 from three-point land, 8 of 9 from charity. They had 29, so they were plus 5 in the field goal department. They had 4 threes, and they were 4 of 6. So they had the inside play. They stayed hot on the inside play throughout most of the contest, where we went ice cold. Everything else pretty much is even Steven. You know, a shot here, a shot there, but it's even Steven. There's your difference in the play. Was the inside game and the rebounding of Sacred Heart was the difference in this contest.
And that one stretch midway of the second stanza when TCA led 27-25. And Sacred Heart ripped off 11 unanswered, and it would prove to be enough as well. Stan, I want to say hello and thanks to Gail Presley for a nice note. Appreciate that, Gail. Also, we had Bubba Holsinger, best mascot ever. Holly Adcock tuned in, Mark Lane, some of the folks that came in with us late. You've got to look at the totals, or you want me to give those?
I'll give those first 4. Sacred Heart. It was Kyle Turner, 2 field goals, 4 points. They had 3 in double figures. They only had 5 kids score in the game. They got 0 points off the bench. Was Sacred. That's a key point too. 0 points. That can come back to bite them. 2 kids with 15 each. A.J. Mormon with 15. He had 6 field goals, 2 from long range, 1 2 from charity for 15. Ron Brisbane had 7 field goals, old 1 from charity, 1 long-range bomb, 15 points. We held him. He had 11 in the first. We held him to 4 in the second half. We held him to 4, Brisbane to 4 in the second half. Mormon, who had 8, had 7. Chavis, who had 15 in the first half, 4. We did a better job on them defensively in the second half. Vaux, to me, was the difference in this game. Vaux, who only had 4 points in the contest, had 8 in the game. And when you look about it, to me, that was the key point of the game. Their inside play, and Vaux was a huge, huge part of that. He had and with 22 points tonight was Malachi Chavis, 2, 4, 6, 7, 9 field goals. 7 of those were in the first half, though. He had 22 points. Like I said, both teams pretty even and everything. Great night of free throw shooting. 3-point shooting was good. But the interior play was what won it for a Sacred Heart. For TCA, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 men in the scoring column. Nakai Tompkins, 1 field goal for 2. It was Luke Malton, 2 field goals for 6. It was Trace Robinson, 3 field goals for 9. Caleb Williams had 4 field goals, 1 2 from Cherry for 9. It was Will Weiser, equaling his effort from the first game. He had 3 field goals, 4 of 5 from Cherry for 10. TCA's leading scorer was Braden Waller with 7 field goals, 1 of 1 from Cherry, 15 points, and he was 8 points down. So you can point to a couple of things. Braden Waller had a lot of those points. You remember in the first game in the paint on that little drive move like he did early in this game. They made the adjustment in this game. We weren't able to counter it between the play of Vaux and their adjustments to our paint game. There's your difference in the contest, and that's what gave Sacred Heart the 5-point win tonight.
We'll be back with you Friday night, 5:45 airtime. Stan and I will be at Jackson Christian. I think Jay and Daniel will be there with us. Not sure about Grayson, but Grayson Resnick, great job tonight on the camera. Daniel Cashin, great job producing and directing. Jay was here videoing for the school. For Stan Gerard, I'm Diamond Dave McCulley. The unhappy final here, 64-59 until Friday at 5:45. God bless you, and so long, everybody.